President Rodrigo Duterte reiterated his plans to run as vice president in next year's polls. He says he needs the office to dodge lawsuits. Pacquiao is out and Cusi is in as PDP Laban president as the party rift finally culminated into a split. Local transmission of the highly infectious Delta variant has been detected in Western Visayas. The Premier Volleyball League is back with a bang, with two heavy favorites already bagging their first wins on opening day. And in some light news, laughs and confusion reign at the Cannes Film Festival as American director Spike Lee prematurely announces the night's big winner. Focused and fearless. Here's everything you need to know to jumpstart your weekend. I'm Riza Diaz. President Duterte says he will run for vice president next year to protect him from lawsuits as critics threatened to bring him to court. In a speech at the PDP Laban National Assembly, Duterte said he knows that his critics plan to charge him with numerous suits after his term ends. With this, the president said he will just run for vice president in next year's elections to retain his current legal immunity.
They keep on threatening me with lawsuits and everything. Trillanes and itong si Carpio. Sabi ng batas na kung presidente ka, vice-presidenta ka, may immunity ka. Adi, tatakbo na lang ako ng vice-presidente.
However, it's not 100% clear if Duterte was serious or just joking. After all, in the same speech, Duterte made light of the role of the country's vice president.
The job of the vice president is to lie down on his official residence and wait hanggang mamatay siya. Tignan naman natin kung sino yung presidente. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng presidente gusto mong mamatay.
The rift between PDP Laban has now culminated into an ouster as the party elected new officers, with Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi replacing Senator Manny Pacquiao as party president. Mian Los Baños with the story.
No less than President Duterte himself led the oath-taking of the new officers of PDP Laban on Saturday afternoon. Among them was Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi, who replaced Senator Manny Pacquiao as president. Duterte blamed Senator Coco Pimentel, executive vice chairman of the party, for pushing Pacquiao as acting president.
There is no law in the bylaws at saka itong constitution which would provide for an acting president solely upon the push and shove of the president. Ang nagkamali dyan si Coco, hindi si Pacquiao. Pacquiao does not know anything. Kung anong totoo, kung anong mang sabihin, hindi naman nagbabasa yan eh.
Recall that the late Senator Nene Pimentel, father of Senator Coco, was among the founders of PDP Laban. But Duterte claimed that Coco did not have the right management skills to lead the party.
May I just remind Coco na itong parting PDP was asleep for 100 years. It only woke up during the election and ran for the presidency under the ticket. It was a father and son party, period. Wala nang iba. And they are not even recognized in Cagayan de Oro City. Totoo yan. I'm not trying to throw an insult. Pero yan ang totoo talaga. Hindi ka na twin, magtakbo yan ko kay baski barangay captain, talo yan sa kanila.
The president also chided the senator for his way of leading, which he said caused factions within the party.
Siya yung nag-umpisa ng Rocos eh. Kung magsabi ka lang, sige Jay, ikaw na muna dyan. That is not the way how to run a party. Acting president. You cannot have an acting president. You have to elect people. Yung biglaan na doon nagka-watak-watak.
Despite talks about the coming 2022 polls, Duterte reminded his party mates to focus on implementing reforms. He also thanked them for attending, saying this only sends the message that the party remains strong and united. The party's newly elected officers are Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles, who is now the Executive Vice President. Nograles replaces Pimentel in the said position. Secretary General Attorney Melvin Matibag. The Vice President for Luzon is Raul Lambino. VP for Visayas is PEZA Director General Charito Plaza. VP for Mindanao is Eastern Samar Governor Ben Evardone. VP for NCR is Parañaque City Mayor Edwin Olivares and Treasurer Palayan City Nueva Ecija Mayor Rian Cuevas. Meanwhile, Senator Bongo remains the party's auditor while Astra Naik is still chairman for membership. If Senator Pacquiao refused to acknowledge the party's elections, Matibag has this to say.
They have to do within the legal framework po. Magreklamo sila sa COMELEC or kung ano man po ang dapat nilang. But this time, we have a new set of officers and we will function as such.
Reporting for One News, Mean Los Baños, News 5.
Senator Coco Pimentel is confident that many PDP Laban members in the grassroots still support Senator Manny Pacquiao as the divide between the ruling party intensifies. In a video statement released after the Duterte-influenced party elected new officers, Pimentel says members must remain united and strong under Pacquiao's leadership. He added that their main goal is to help members express who they truly desire to endorse as candidates in the 2022 elections. He also urged members to attend the party's National Assembly to be led by Pacquiao in September.
Manatili po tayong malakas at magtiwala sa liderato ng ating partido sa ilalim ng ating party president, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Huwag po tayong mag-alala kasi ang talagang pinaglalaban namin dito ay yung boses po ng ating mga chapter members sa buong bansa, lalo na yung matagal nang kasama namin sa PDP Laban.
Meanwhile, 2 local transmissions of the more infectious Delta variant were detected in Antique, Western Visayas. Western Visayas Center for Health Development Division Chief Dr. Maria Sofia Pulmones said that the 2 cases have no travel history outside the country. Pulmones said that they have tested positive for COVID-19 on May 29, but the genome sequencing reports was only released last July 16. Meanwhile, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere clarifies that there are currently no active Delta cases in the country. She reports that there are 35 local cases of the Delta variant, 33 of which have have recovered while 2 died.
Sa ngayon, we're doing the intensive contact tracing among all of these individuals who were positive for the Delta variant. So dito po sa pamamaraang ito, dito natin makikita kung meron po tayo talagang mga link sa bawat kaso at kung saan po talaga nag-originate itong mga pagkakasakit na ito.
And we'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Here are the biggest stories we're following in sports. The TNT Tropang Giga marked the return of multi-titled coach Chot Reyes with a win. The team escaped terra firma in the second day of the 46th PBA Philippine Cup yesterday. The game was held at the Inares Sports Arena. The Tropang Giga seized control of the second and third quarters before the Jeep started outworking them, but they still managed to win with a 7-point lead. This is Reyes' first PBA coaching comeback after a 9-year hiatus. The CHERY TIGGO team showed PLDT home fire that height is might as it won the first game of the Premier Volleyball League on Saturday. CHERY TIGGO swept PLDT home fiber with a 25-20, 25-17, and 25-6 victory. The Crossovers, PVL's tallest team, took advantage of their height in the dominating home fiber hitters. CREAMLINE also posted a win against Santa Lucia Realtors in 4 sets during the second game. The Cool Smashers joined the Crossovers in taking early lead in the 5-week tournament. Meanwhile, the PVL postponed the game between the Banco Perlas and the Signal HD due to precautionary measures. Ilocos Norte Governor Matthew Manotoc requested that players from Perlas need to yield another negative RT-PCR test to proceed with the game. The two teams were originally scheduled to tip off yesterday 4 p.m. as the second game of the triple header. Now, in some light news, the cat's out of the bag as a moment of confusion led Cannes Festival jury head and American director Spike Lee to reveal what movie won the top Palme d'Or prize before it was due to be revealed.
The film that won the Palme d'Or is Titan.
Wait,
Le film qui a reçu la Palme d'Or. Non.
It began when Lee was asked in French to reveal what one of the prizes was, and he read off a card prematurely announcing the best movie winner, Titan. Jury members sitting around Lee looked surprised, and the audience clapped as Lee sat on stage, continuing to seem befuddled. Now, in a press conference after the event, the famed director said he had no excuses except that he messed up. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.